Hey there, welcome to another episode of Legends with Elroy. Today I'm excited to tell you another story about Billy Bob the Knight. Now this one starts as Billy Bob was taking a little rest. What was that? So Billy Bob made his way to the door. Now, when Billy Bob opened the door, he looked around. And, well, right before him was Morris the Moose. And Billy Bob said, "Morris, what are you doing at this time of day? Also, I thought you and the traveling circus were traveling right now." And Morris said, "Well, yes, we were traveling, but we're now back here and we're going to be performing tomorrow. And it's going to be pretty cool." But you see, Billy Bob, there's an issue. Well, it turns out that a couple of the guys that used to perform with me have decided to retire. And we have two things that need to be filled. And unfortunately, well, we're running out of time. Billy Bob said, well, what are these two things that need to be filled? And Morris said, well, one is we need a strong man. Someone that can get out there and can lift. And Billy Bob said, so you're looking for like a man like me? And Morris said, well, that's not necessarily true. I'm looking for an animal. So I guess maybe I should have said strong animal. Billy Bob said, okay. And what's the other thing you need? And Morris said, well, you see, you know I like to get on the trapeze, and I like to swing back and forth and do all that stuff. Well, it's very good doing it alone, but I want to have someone who will swing with me, because then we can do really cool, like, team swinging things and stuff like that. Billy Bob said, well, when do you need them? And Morris said, well, unfortunately, tomorrow. Billy Bob said, well, how are we supposed to figure it out in all that short of time? Billy and Maurice said, well, I happen to know that there are two friends that could be perfect for the team. But I need your help because, I'm not the best at sales. Also, one of these is known to be really strong, which of course is what I need, but kind of scary too. And Billy Bob said, well, if you know where they are, let's go. So they set off on their way. And after a while, they arrived. Now they were in the forest, but there was this clearing. And they came upon, well, a clearing. But no one was in it. Now in the clearing was something that looked kind of like a weight set for lifting. And also there were these trees on the side where it looked like the limbs had been cleared so that someone could just swing from limb to limb and move back and forth all very quickly. Billy Bob thought, I wonder where they are. And then all of a sudden, they heard this loud noise. And then Billy Bob turned around, and there was a great beast, and it was pounding its stomach like this. And Billy Bob stepped forward, and he said, hello there, my name's Billy Bob the Knight. Who are you? And the beast was still pounding his stomach, but when it heard Billy Bob, it said, Billy Bob, I've heard legends about you. My name is Giggles the Gorilla. And Billy Bob said, Giggles? And the gorilla looked kind of angry when Billy Bob started laughing. And he said, I don't know what's funny. What are you laughing at? And Billy Bob said, nothing. What about you, Morris? And Morris was like, why do they call you Giggles? And the gorilla said, I don't know, but I think it's because every time I say my name, people laugh. Billy Bob was like, but that doesn't explain the fact that you got the name in the first. Anyways, Giggles. As I said, my name is Billy Bob the Knight. This right here is Morris, and he is quite an acrobatic moose, and he needs your help. You see, I hear you're pretty strong, Giggles. And Morris was like, and Giggles said, well, yes, I am pretty strong, and, but what is it you need? And Billy Bob said, well, you see, Morris is in the traveling circus, and he needs your help. He needs you to be a performer. And Giggles got very excited when he heard this. He was like, that sounds awesome. I would love to perform in a traveling circus. I could finally get out there. Giggles the Great. But what about my friend, Chester? And Billy Bob said, Chester? He said, yes, Chester. You see, his name is Chester the Chimpanzee. And he should be around here, but he's probably swinging. He'll probably come in swinging from branch to branch. And just as he said that, they heard a rustling in the trees. And then they looked up, and there was Chester. He was like, da 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 da. I guess that was his theme song. I hear he's working on it. It was good, but it could have been better. So anyways, Chester came swinging in, and he landed and did a somersault, and he was like, hey guys, how's it going? My name's Chester the Chimpanzee. Billy Bob was like, why is he doing all that pointing stuff? Anyways, hey Chester, nice to meet you. And you see, Giggles said, Chester, I have been invited to go and join the circus. But I can't leave you here. You're my best friend. I guess, Billy Bob, that I can't come. Billy Bob said, well, just hold on a second. Morris, didn't you say that you needed someone with acrobatic talent? Well, this guy looks like he's got it all. And Chester was like, well, I do. But you say that there is already an acrobat there? And Billy Bob said, well, yes, there is already an acrobat there, and that is Morris. And Chester said, yes, I've heard of you, Morris. I've heard that you're the most amazing moose this side of the Great River. And Morris said, well, thank you. Well, Chester said, you know what, I guess I'll join. But why don't we try to do a little act first? So he and Morris did a little swinging act where one was on this branch and one was on the other branch, and then they swung and then they grabbed onto each other, and then one let go and they went ree, and then the same thing on the other side, like ree, roo. It was pretty impressive. Right around that time, Giggles challenged Billy Bob to lifting. So Giggles was lifting this huge weight, but then he noticed he moved. Billy Bob had picked him up while he was holding the weight. It was pretty crazy to see. It's always hard to remember just how strong Billy Bob was. So, after a while, it was agreed that Chester and Giggles would join Morris. And so Billy Bob went on his way, and Morris took the others back to the circus for training. Billy Bob got ready for a bath and relaxed. Splash splash, I was taking a bath all about a Saturday night. A rubber tubber just relaxing in the tub. I thinking, what was that? But that, my friends, is a story for another day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Legends with Elroy. See ya.